I like this game. I'll have to tell you like even more of the intricate stuff. I need to make some videos about that for people that just don't know how the game works. Cause it's basically Street Fighter with more movement. Like okay, so you can backdash like this. You can also use the Rev Guard button. This is what Rev Guard does. It's my right trigger. I have it set to, but you can hold this, and what this does is you block cross ups at the same time. So the only way it can hit you is like overhead low. That's the only way. So it's kind of like turning the game into Mortal Kombat X, where you're holding this, but this requires rev gauge meter. So you can't do this all the time, or it'll go all the way down. You eventually you burn out, and then like in burnout, you don't just take like super long block strings that are more plus. You're still the same plus frames, but you can make true block strings with like your rev attack axle gauge stuff or whatever. Basically, you'll be like doing stuff like that where every move is yellow, and some characters, Andy, not Andy, but a lot of characters actually have block strings with that to burn you to guard break you once you are in drive. I mean, in overheat. So you don't want to go into overheat. You only want to use it when you absolutely need to use it. So like applications at high level would be someone does some ambiguous cross up setup on you. You just Rev Guard force them to have to do overhead low during that. Or if someone's doing like block strings on you, they're doing stuff like this, and you're like, damn, you want to Rev Guard because then the Rev Guard will push them further away. So then they have to overcommit to movement and go forward even more to try to continue their block string. So it's like, imagine you was playing versus Cabal in MK9 and he's doing this, or basically, and you just like, dang man, I don't want to have to just poke to get out and guess wrong. You could just Rev Guard and not have to guess or nothing. So that's good. Also, this stops you from dying to chip damage. Even if like, you block a super, it'll protect you from dying. So it has a lot of different properties for what it does. Um, Also, I'm trying to think what else. So in this game, you have different jumps. So on top of like the dashing that you got, also with the Rev Guard button, you can hold back and then press the Rev Guard, and it'll do the auto backdash like that. Also auto run or auto dash. Well, for Andy, it's a dash, but looks like a run because he's a ninja. See, so it also, let me move on to this. So in this game, you have multiple jumps, as I was about to say, and you got your like regular jump, and then you got like a jump where you run forward first and then jump. You'll jump further. I don't know if it's called super jump or something, but if you hold the Rev Guard button and like you can use that, you have to release it though before you jump, because if you don't release Rev Guard before you jump, when you try to go for the dash jump for the longer jump, you'll get the short hop, which you probably are seeing. So the short hop, you can get it by just lightly tapping up or up back, and that has been the normal way that you would have to short hop in games that are made by SNK. But what they did in this game is to where now you just hold Rev Guard and you just press up. You don't have to lightly tap it. You can just tap it. You get the short hop automatically. So I do that a lot. I'll alternate from holding it and not holding it, so I can get the jump that I want. Because you just press it, and I'm pressing it with the full like duration as if I was doing a high hop. See, and he's doing a short hop because he'll flip or not. Well, he doesn't short. I'm sorry, he doesn't flip during the short hop, but he flips during the regular hop. See, so there's that, and also another thing you can use for dealing with like offense or whatever. If someone's doing like coming in, doing stuff like this, you can guard cancel. And what I just did actually, that's the hyper defense. You can hyper defense, and then like I'm trying to do it. So just like in Mortal Kombat 11, you can basically flawless block and then get a reversal. But instead of doing like a move that they already designate as the reversal move, you can just do all your special moves and your supers. So you can guard cancel out of your block when you block a move. I'm trying to show regular guard cancel now. And there we go. That's the regular just defend. So that will be the equivalent of the flaws block in this game. And then that's what the guard cancel will be. So like people can't be obvious with their pressure, because then you could just, you know, block them on the right timing and then guard cancel and punish them. I'm trying to do the super version. Basically, you could do this, and then you do a super. I keep messing up. Oops. Man. I swear, like, it's easier to match for me. Basically, you can combo into super, or you can cancel straight into super from it. I was just messing up. I'm kind of rusty. I ain't did it in a minute. But, what's the next thing I want to talk about? I guess the Rev Blow. But yeah, the hyper defense, by the way, when I was doing this only works when you're already blocking. So that's how that works. And it's kind of tough to do. You mess up, you get cooked. So you got to make sure your timing is on point. It's not something easy to do. It's not something you could just mash or anything. That's why we like this game, because the high level stuff is difficult to do. There's no hold your hand type stuff or anything. The closest thing is like the Rev Blow. I wrote to Giuna the other day, and it might come off harsh, but I was really me trying to encourage him. But I can understand how people feel how I wrote it. But basically, I said like, I mean, I guess some of this is you could interpret it as that, but basically, I said like, how are you losing to this mechanic when the mechanic is really just like a Yomi layer 0 or 1 mechanic to stop you from autopiloting? And that means like it forces you to have to think the entire match. You can't just be just doing your offense and then no, you got to think about this while it's in play. But the thing about the Rev Blow, you can only use it when your life bar is flashing, and you set where you want your life bar to flash at before the match starts, either at the beginning, middle, or end of your health bar. And what that does is like the significance is that when your life bar is flashing, you could do more of your special moves because the rev gauge doesn't cost as much. And like some characters, they might do a little bit more damage. Like Tizok's EX command grab or something, I heard is more damage during that state. But yeah, there's that. And for final ratio, it feels like you have more HP or something. It's weird. Or it takes longer for you to die. But let me show you what this Rev Blow looks like, because that's why I was kind of like searching around. Okay, I got to do his too. Player 2. All right, so this is the Rev Blow. This move is about 25 frames startups. So it's in that frame uh like within that basically the frame where you may or may not be able to react to it. Like you're not ready for it, you probably get hit. But if you're looking for it, you can defend it properly. And you have multiple options to defend it. So basically, the reason this move is annoying to people is because one, you can't just defend it. So what you have to do is you have to Rev Blow people back to punish people. Or you got to use high evade dodge, which is something I have not explained what it is. So this move is basically the same as this type, except for it beats jumps. Like or actually not just jumps, but like even like pokes. Like say you were to come in with this, right? I can high evade dodge it. I think you might be able to high evade dodge this too. No, you're not. You can't high evade dodge this. But this move, like I guess moves with standing hurt boxes or hit boxes, they all will lose to that. So even if you're using a character that doesn't have a good reversal, you can still decide, all right, if they're doing a short hop or they kind of try to come in with that, you can high evade dodge it. And not only that, you can cancel into special moves or supers after a high evade dodge. So it's not just a game of you're playing, you know, trying to get you to whiff so they're not can punish you. Like you put button on the screen, and then there's, you know, recovery and you get hit. There's also, I know you're going to attack me, but I can't make you whiff, but I can force you to whiff with this move. Like the high evade dodge is kind of like a fast version of when I forget what it's called, but the two-lay mode in this game, or Fatal Fury 2, Real Bout 2, and in like one of the stages in this game, basically you could jump to the background, and one of the character be in the foreground, one will be in the background. Y'all gotta both like try to hit each other. But it's a way, I think, to force like another dimension into the game that's still 2D, which is dope. But also adds to like the mechanics of the defense too. Also, high evade dodge is not really like totally safe. It's -6. You can punish that, but you got to be like within range to do it too. Also, high evade dodge beats jump attacks as well. Also, I want to show you what a wild punish is. So like when you whiff in this game, there's like a slowdown effect. You get whiff punished. So that's also really cool to me. I always like that, because it highlights like the player versus player interaction really well. See what I'm saying? So that's cool. But it's the same thing when someone tries to do Rev Blow. You also can Rev Guard the Rev Blow too, to get pushed back far away. Because if you don't do, well, you still get pushed back far away, but it's like it's a little bit more when you block it with the Rev Guard. And you also can beat out the Rev Blow with a super, and you can cancel the super and beat it out, or you can already be doing a super. You just gotta be invincible though, or you get cooked. Yeah, this game hella rewards skill. And like getting to open up, it's like you don't get throw looped in this game. Like you can get hit with a safe jump setup or whatever, but safe jump setups aren't even safe, because again, I can flaws block. I can just defend this and then guard cancel you. But then there's also ways to challenge the safe jump. So every character, or most characters, have a dragon punch. So this is a meterless DP. I don't have to spend meter on this to get the invincibility on this. So I always have this, even if I have no meter, which was a big thing for 2D games back in the day. But then people complained, and then with Street Fighter 5, and then MKX, they started putting resources on everything, but then they made offense super easy to do and accessible for everybody. That's why people like that game so much, because they feel like they're good because they have offense. But when they play somebody who's good at the game and does it to them, they hate the game, because then you're constantly just like getting rushed down and getting checkmate situation for no reason. It's stupid. But in this game, there's always something you can do. You can always do your DP or super move, Rev Guard. You can guard cancel, the high evade dodge, the Rev Blow. There's always something there. Even if your health bar isn't there, or you can set your health bar to like final ratio and you'll have the Rev Blow when you're down there. But yeah, there's always something. Then, okay, so what I was talking about as far as like the DPs, right? You got the light punch DP that always wins versus stuff, right? And then you got the heavy punch DP, but there's a mechanic in this game called break. So when you break the DP, you actually do like a safe version of it on block. But this also is good for challenging people doing safe jumps, because it'll take away their advantage they get from the safe jump and make it like maybe just -2 or something. See, look, watch how much. Oh wait, see, it's -2. So you gotta. Oh well, you don't see on. Well, you do. Well, it says +2 on their side, but with that, I still have stuff that I can do. So then you can negate the safe jump. You can negate if they're just beating you in timing. You're like, all right, let me just flaws block. I mean, guard, just defend them and then hit them with a DP is almost a guaranteed way to get a hit on them. But it's not guaranteed. You got to work hard to open somebody up, because then another thing is like you can set them up in throw tech and then go for a short hop and punish them, or backdash and then they whiff and then you punish them. And this game's throw has a lot more whiff frames than the Street Fighter 6 throw. Because you know how in Street Fighter 6 you could throw and then DP somebody and they can't do anything about it? You can't do that in this game. So the system mechanics work really well. The BS in this game is the character strengths. People be really mad at characters like Hotaru, Kain, and Hokutomaru, and I'll demonstrate that. I'll start with Kain first. So with Kain, this orb makes things really annoying when he's doing his pressure, because once he hits you, all right, so first off, his neutral is like, all right, I'm going to zone you like this, and also you try to jump over his fireball, he can shoot 2 fireballs in the air like that. And then once you get hit, he can come in and do all his combo damage, which is a lot, by the way. It's like he does like Sagat damage, and then he's got a flash kick, and this flash kick's really good for setting stuff up. I don't do his combos, but I understand what he does. So basically, he'll hit you with this and set up this orb, then go for like a cross up or something. And then he has this, which is a really annoying. His basically his block string is tough to deal with because of how fast his dash is. Like, they basically do this, and you press a button at any point, you basically get launched. So he'll set up orb like this and make you actually set up orb to make you block into it, and he's plus and keeps chipping you out, and it's really annoying to deal with. But the way you got to deal with this character, say he does this, you just want to flaws block the fireball. You're going to lose to this unless you're Mai, because Mai, hold on, let me pick her real quick, because people act like this character is whack, and she's dumb. She's really dumb. I actually have a more of an annoying problem fighting her than I do any of the top 3 characters. And once they get nerfed, she will probably be the best character. But all right, you see her projectile, right? EX Fan. We all know about how dumb Fan is in Street Fighter 6. Okay, so remember I told you this fireball is dumb? You see this? She wins every trade. You just gotta hold that. So it's not. But what he does to deal with that is you react to Rev Blow, which goes basically across the screen. You set that up, make them block some more. You see what I'm saying? So that's his game plan basically. And then when you're looking for this move to punish it, he's got this move, which is a little bit around just as fast. This was 23 frames. This one's 18 frames. So it's like he'll be doing this. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes him dumb. He also has like a dive kick version with his Rev Blow. People hate dealing with this character. I did at first in the beginning. He's still very overwhelming to deal with, but like the way you deal with him, on top of just waiting for Rev Blow to like high evade, dodge it, or Rev Blow it again, you want to short hop a lot because he's a really linear character. The way he attacks, like he's just dashing forward, going in one direction, a dash punch, the Rev Blow, which is basically a dash type move. Because what you could do is you can basically do the KOF where you a short hop, light attack, And what you could do is hit him out of this move at the same time as you look for the Rev Blow, and you'll land in time, and then you'll be able to Rev Blow his Rev Blow. And then also attack him outside of the angle that he's attacking in too. That works. And let me show another character. Let me turn off the match entry real quick because I know it's probably getting annoying. Oh wait, what? Oh, oops, I mean turn it off. Oh, I'll just go back train mode. I meant to turn it off, but I just hit the wrong thing. Okay. Then next character. Now Hotaru, she's annoying, and I want to use Mai again because I just want y'all to see what I'm talking about as far as how good her projectile is. So Hotaru, think of Guile if he was a Shoto, but with a command grab and a dive kick and a reflect. That's this character. So when she does this, she can run behind it and then basically get started. Everybody hates that because pretty much every person, every player, every character has to deal with this strategy. So the whole game plan is you have to wait for her to do EX Fireball, because you want to do the EX Fireball because you know she can't break it. So, what I mean to explain, the break is basically a feint that looks like an animation you're trying to, like, from a special move. So this is the animation for this. So you'll see this and get faked out, and you try to Rev Blow cancel her, but then she Rev Blows you back because you just got baited. So do this to throw you off and give up the ability to want to do Rev Blow, and then she starts throwing Fireball and then comes in, and then you gotta deal with it. You see what I'm saying? And then she's like, oh, okay, command grab. Then the EX version of it is Fireball hits twice. And once you start blocking her stuff, it's like, you gotta block this move. It does a lot of chip damage. And if it hits you, it's a combo starter. So that's what's annoying about her. And she also can make you, like, a lot of people, they'll see the Fireball and try to jump at her, and she'll just DP. And she can DP break into a combo, basically. Like, the game is a lot like Mortal Kombat 9 to me. Making somebody jump, and then you anti-air them and do big damage. And you get rewarded for that. You get rewarded for getting somebody to break out of, you know, maintaining crispy fundamentals. It's not just, well, I did this move, now you're getting rushed down, brother. Like, and then the offense in this game has risk. Like, okay, command grab is don't recover hella fast. If you jump and avoid it, you can punish her. You can, like, short hop hit her with something. You know what I'm saying? And then if you do bait out a DP, you get a punish. Yeah, she can do DP break, but also any DP that they break only beats out jump attacks. It don't beat out, like, standing attacks. So you can meaty them on wake up, and you can basically, like, knock them down and not be afraid to go for damage or go for meaty, because, like, this DP, the regular one, is only like a snake bite. Hold on, let me show you. Oh, not a snake bite, more like a mouse bite or something, because snake bites hurt, and they sometimes have venom. See, look. That's how much damage they get if they DP you. But if you block them, dude, you can probably end the match. You call them out. That's why they got guard cancel and Rev Guard and all those other defensive options to deal with that situation. So this, I mean, like, in another game, it will be like, oh, you gotta spend a bunch of resources to do just that. And you can, like, kind of try to go for Oki, but they can tech roll. I don't know why I didn't have it set up, but here, look. See? They can tech roll. So you try to follow up. Well, they ain't tech roll that time. I have it set to random. They can roll forward. See? And you don't have to spend resources to roll forward or back like in some other games. You just have the option. And you can delay wake up too. But if you get hit with a, like, EX special move, it's a hard knockdown. for all of them. They're not the same like frame. Everyone doesn't get the same frame advantage, but it disables you from being able to like delay wake up or do like a roll or something. But you can still DP and do supers and guard cancel and all that stuff. But yeah, also another part of the feint in this game is to set up your plus frame. So this is just -2 right here, but is -0 you feint. And if you do like stand heavy kick right by itself, 0. If you feint it, it's +4. So you gotta like pretty much commit to going for a guard string like this. But if you do like this, I have to follow it with like a move that will reach. Because if I commit to running in and doing it again, you could probably hit me. Either by DPing me or jabbing me or whatever. And this is a good opportunity when you're blocking this to start using Rev Guard, so it pushes them away and forces them to run even further, which takes away the amount of frame advantage they get. Because if it's like this, and I got to run in, but you're already Rev Guarding. See, look. See how much space it is? So it's really important to use it at the right time. But yeah, that's why his character's annoying. He's like, see what I'm saying? She can combo. I don't know the combo, but I'll just letting you know, like, that's how devastating the command grab is. She's not doing overhead low. She's doing command grab stuff. She's got this dive kick. Her EX dive is +1, +5 on. Yeah, she's got like every tool you can want. It's like if they gave Yun a fireball and the fireball was Guile's sonic boom. That's why the character is annoying for people. And I feel him. I don't disagree. And Hokutomaru is first before I do that, I just want you to see that Mai's EX fireball beats this. See what I'm saying? That's what people sit here and be ignoring little details like this. That makes her problematic to me. Then Hokutomaru. This character, okay, he's interesting because he doesn't have a traditional Dragon Punch. He has a Rev Blow, which basically acts in place of that. So this move right here, you get hit by this, he gets pretty much whatever he wants. Like a really hard to block mix up. Because remember I said you can use Rev Guard to block cross up? He can do, it's so annoying. So he can do like a jump, empty low that hits either in front or behind you. So what makes him also annoying is he can double jump. And he can like feint in the air to hold his jump in the air. He can do it after he double jumps. Whether he jumps forward or jumps back, he can do it. So when you try to like fight a character in any fight game, you see them jump, your brain is like timed to where, all right, you're going to anti-air them at this certain frame once they get on the screen. But when he does stuff like this, it's tough because it breaks up that timing. And so this allows him to just be able to get in, and then he can teleport. You see what I'm saying? He also has air fireballs. Now his fireball is similar to Mai's and the fans in Street Fighter, where you can punch it and hit it, but you can't punch and hit the EX version. But it's pretty problematic, and he's got good damage. He does have supers are invincible. This is invincible. This is invincible as well. But yeah, it's like Katana Float. But he can do this and still teleport. Now he can't do projectiles going backwards unless he uses the EX version. Or he can't do special moves when he double jumps backwards. But only if he spins meter. But if you jump forward or neutral jump, you can, yeah. And this is annoying because like when he starts doing this, wait, my bad. This Ramley will become like advantage on block. See, look, you see that? So say he knocks you down, right? And he's like, and you try to poke and you get hit. His block string is so his combo would look like oops. Man, I'm not trying to do that. Like some shit like that. And then you can have them conditioned to make them think you're going to do jump double jump all the time. And then it opens you up just doing regular jumps. Like he's cheap. But if you catch him without meter and without SPG, he can't do anything. But he's still a really strong character in neutral, so can't sleep. Where the Mr. Big players at, man? I'm trying to get some games.